Sunday Satsang, June, what's the date? 11th. June 11, 2023. Radha Kunda. Questions. So new devotees here have joined us. Welcome. If you have any questions, ask your questions. We have rules. We don't mention names of gurus or institutions. We just talk about philosophy and tattva. We don't say my guru is so-and-so or this is ISKCON or this Gaudiya Vaisnava. We don't entertain these kind of questions. Ask questions about tattva, philosophy, lila. We'll entertain those. This is the game rules here. Wait a second. Anyone else? Any of you guys? Were your friends?
Yeah, they have babies.
Oh, they have a baby?
Yes.
Huh? That's nice. That's nice. Another new devotee. Okay, Valentina, Federico.
How the Shamantaka jewels look like?
Shamantaka jewels look like? I don't know, I'm not really sure. Because silver money is red, I know that. That's mentioned in Anandavradam Champa and a couple other shastras. It mentions the color of Krishna's Kaustuva money. It's red like a ruby. It's not a ruby, it's Kaustuva, special jewel. It's red in color. And the Shamantaka, I don't know what color it is. I can't say. What do you say? I don't know, I have to quote Shastra. I can't quote Shastra. I'll make a note of it. I'll ask one of my teachers.
Thank you.
Question? Anyone else question? You have a question? You're a new person.
New person, but I'm not ready to have the question yet.
Okay. Old person, new person, I don't know. Person.
I did ask a question.
Yeah, sure.
I've heard you speak about previously where in some parivars there's the conception of Nitya Navadvip, and some parivars there's not conception of Nitya Navadvip in entering Navadvip and Vrindavan Leela simultaneously or not. But I've heard from one, without mentioning the name, prominent sannyasi in an organization, but I should not mention the name, of a conception of a Nitya Jagannath Puri as like a third portal where
What's the last thing you said? Nitya Jagannath Puri then?
where like as a third parallel prakash where a sadhak can aspire for, kind of serving Mahaprabhu in Gambhira Leela in some manner. I don't know if you have a comment on that.
Well, the comments, there's as many people there are in the world, that's how many conceptions there are. Manush Bhavamati. Every man, every person, every human being, there's different conception. Mati means conception. Manush Bhavamati. Mati means conception. Manush means human being, person. So we have to have, I'm representing Gaudiya Sampradaya. The Gaudiya Sampradaya has a standard of authority. And the standard of authority is the six Goswamis. Krishnadas Kaviraj says in the Adilila of Chaitanya Charitamrita that he says the six Goswamis are the Shiksha Gurus for the Gaudiya Sampradaya. So what the six Goswamis write about, and what Narottam Das Thakur writes about, Vishwanath and Baladev Vidyabhushan and Krishnadas Kaviraj and Vrindavan Das Thakur, this is all one type of Siddhanta. And they're all pretty much unified to present a unified picture of the reality that represent the reality that's called Gaudiya Sampradaya, the Gaudiya type of Siddhanta, the mantras, the sadhana, the way of sadhana, the mantra, and the dham and the destination, the parangati. Now, in any particular, there's variations, in unlimited variations, unlimited paribars, unlimited viewpoints, but in different Siddha Mahatmas and realized saints have their own ideas, because the spiritual world is infinite and unlimitedly expanding. So as you mentioned the concept of Harakasta is quite correct. Harakasta means compartment. There's unlimited compartments. In Bhagavatam, I think it's 3rd canto, chapter 9, verse 11, called the Santi Vaikuntha Murtiye. The verses there is commented in Priti Sandarbha Anuच्छeda 10 by Jiva Goswami. The verses explain that Krishna, for every liberated soul, there's one form of Krishna. Every single person that attains prema, either Vaikuntha prema or Braja prema, there's one form of Krishna or Vishnu for that liberated soul to enjoy with. So one Krishna means one place, also one Dham. So if someone wants to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and eternally in Gambhira, there's a Parakosa for him. Well, we don't have a description of all these concepts in Goswami Granthas. We have the concept that Gaur Lila is Nitya in the material world. Nowhere described anywhere in Goswami books that there's some planet of Gaur Lila in the spiritual world. In fact, in Sandarbha and Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami said there's no Ganga in Goloka Vrindavan. The presence of Ganga is only there as Manasi Ganga. Yamuna is there in Goloka Vrindavan, Giriraj is there, and Ganga is not there. So Ganga is not there means Navadvipa is not there. It's Navadvipa is all about the Ganga. Lord Sri Chaitanya's Leelas are on the Ganga, in the Ganga, on the banks of Ganga. So according to Bhakti Sandarbha and the Goswami books, there's no section of Goloka, there's no Parakasta of Goloka Vrindavan where Gaur Lila is going on eternally. Gaur Lila is eternal in the Maya Jagat. Traveling roadshow. It finishes in this universe and goes to another universe. So you can be a Gaur Lila eternally, you can be eternally in Navadvipa with Gauranga, with Lakshmi Priya, Vishnu Priya, it's two eyes, and there's no Sannyas Lila there. And there's no Gambhira Lila, it's just Nitya Navadvipa Lila. So people worship that also. So that's a possibility. But as far as finding Praman for that, it's just this Guru said, this Sannyasi said, this Siddha Mahatma said. So who can argue with that? But if standard of authority, because you have so many courts, you have the District Court of Mathura, then you have the Court of Lucknow, the State Court of UP, then you have the Supreme Court. The Buck stops at the Supreme Court. So as far as Gaudiya Siddhanta, if you want to establish Siddhanta, you have to have an authority. The Supreme Court is the Sixth Goswami. So I can't pass a ruling or a statement. My guru was a Pandit. He had a title Pandit. He was a great Vaishnava Shastric Pandit, Brahmin from birth, and he taught me whatever I know. And he hasn't told me anything about these ideas. Because he just represented the standard type of Siddhanta of the Goswamis and all the people I mentioned. But there's all these variations that are there. So that's your mindset, and your Guru is teaching that way of bhajan. That's how you attain perfection. Follow your Guru, and Krishna will arrange for you to have that place for you to be eternally. Because, I'm living in 2023 in Vrindavan. I've been living here for 36 years. I haven't left this place. I haven't been back to my John's place. And I feel like I'm in the spiritual world. And Krishna says, it's not Prakat Lila, it's not Prakat Lila. I'm so blessed and so happy living here. I don't really know what's going on with the material world. I really have very little idea what's going on. The cell phone invades my privacy sometimes. But I try to keep it turned off most of the time and just keep reading books and meditating and chanting. So let's imagine if you're living in the Prakat Lila of Gauranga in Puri or Navadvipa, or living Prakat Lila of Krishna and Vrindavan, in the material universe itself, it'd be so much bliss. What does he go Goloka Vrindavan? So You can't say it's in this area of transcendence because it's unlimited. You get so many Nitya. Like yes, Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Bengal, they don't care much about Radha Krishna, they care about Gauranga. Radha Krishna, okay, they're in Vrindavan, I don't know, Gauranga, Gaur. So they want to be, that's their bhav, that's their, so they follow that. So you have to, it's all based on bhav. Yam yam bhavi sram bhavam tyajya danti kleram tam tam veti kontaya sadatad bhava bhavita. 8th chapter, Gita chapter, verse number 6, 86. So whatever bhav you cultivate, that's what bhav you attain. That's the condition, the state you attain. So you cultivate Nitya Gambhira Lila bhav, and you worship Gaur in that Vira bhav, or that Ma bhav, Radharani, whatever that bhav is, Gambhira Lila. Then that'll be your eternal reality, that you'll get a siddha in that situation and be with Gaur. That's what you want. That's where you want to be. That's what you want. So you get it. You get what you deserve and what you want. Whatever it says in Prema Bhakti Chandra, whatever you do in your sadhana, that's what you get in your city. Is that okay?
Yes.
The Gaudiya Vaishnava road is very wide. Very wide. In the Bible it says, the road is wide, but the gate is narrow. The road to heaven is very wide, but the entrance gate is very narrow.
Yes.
So many fat people from Russia, or fat Punjabis, they can't get in the gate. They have to go on a fast. They have to park, they have to go on a 2-week fast. Intermittent fasting outside the gates of heaven. Could eat grape juice and carrot juice for 2 weeks. But the Gaudiya Sampradaya is a wide road and a wide gate. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, you have a question?
You just said like in Chaitanya, once meditate in Chaitanya, you may get similar Siddha Deha according to this bhav. Just asking that, is Siddha Deha is received by a guru, or he can just by meditation, he can get a Siddha Deha, or even when he matures to bhav, or he can get the clear clarity of Siddha Deha. So is it necessary that a guru gives a Siddha Deha, or by his meditation, by
The question is, how do you get Siddha?
Yes.
So there's not one way. There's many ways. What we see in the Pramana Bhagavatam, there's about 7 or 8 examples of devotees, even Rakshasis, who got Siddhas without intervention of Guru, or obvious intervention. It wasn't given directly by Guru. First Canto, chapter 6, verse 29. The whole story of Narada Muni. He maybe had a guru, he served some saints for 4 months. So maybe they gave him a mantra. They gave him his remnant, they gave him Mahaprasad, he got a lot of Mahaprasad. And he got did a lot of Mahant Seva. So he got a lot of Kripa from Mahants. He was doing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhajan, and he got a Siddha brought to him by Vishnu at the time of his death. That's clear in the Bhagavatam. Canto 1, chapter 6, verse 29. And then you have Dhruva Maharaj in Canto 4. He went his body of his kid became spiritual and went to Vaikuntha in that body. You have Jamil in the 6th Canto. He saw Vishnu Dutas. He got free from his sins. He went to hard work at Bhajan. He got Siddha. He went to Vaikuntha. And then you have Putna in the 10th. You have King Yati. You have Gajendra in 8th Canto. He got Siddha brought to him at the time of death, the elephant. And you have Yati in 9th Canto. He got Siddha at the time of death. And you have Putna, chapter 6, 10th Canto. She got Siddha. She got Prema at the time of death. Krishna killed her, gave her Prema, gave her Vatsalya Stairati, a body like a nurse of Krishna, like a nurse, like a mother. And it goes on and on. So you can get Siddhaya directly from Krishna. Indra Das in ISKCON, he said he got Siddhaya in a dream. But he got it from Prabhupada, so he got it from Guru. But in a dream from Guru. So you can get Siddhaya by chanting Hari. You can get Siddhaya from Krishna, directly from Krishna in time of death, or from Krishna through a dream, or from Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, or through Krishna from Guru, because the Guru represents Krishna. Either way, Siddhaya is given by Krishna. The Guru gives you Siddhaya, means Krishna giving you Siddhaya. Every word Shastra says Guru is Sakshari, Acharya Janyan. So it's your choice. Wait for that one dream. Wait for your dream boat. your dream Siddhaya. Or qualify me to Guru and get qualified and get Siddhaya from Guru. That's a nice way. Is that clear? We find that the Goswami, the Guru giving Siddhaya, has been existing since the time of Lord Chaitanya. There's a book by Nityananda Das, who was direct disciple and personal servant of Janava Mata. His name is Nityananda Das. He wrote a book called Prem Vilas. In chapter 6 of Prem Vilas, he describes how Gopal Bhatta Goswami gave Siddha Pranali Diksha to Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya wrote a famous song. He was a Srinivas, Narottam, and Shamananda, the three famous stories. Shamananda, Srinivas, and Narottam. So they were all singers and great devotees, studied with Jiva Goswami. So he got Siddhaya, Siddha Pranali Diksha from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So there's an example of Guru giving from the time of Lord Chaitanya's associates. So it's not a new thing. Lord Chaitanya describes Siddhaya in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, Mane Nitya Siddhaya, it says, meditate on your Siddhaya and serve Ram Krishna day and night in your mind. So how he's teaching San Goswami how to do Raganuga Bhakti. So how do you do Raganuga Bhakti if you don't have a Siddhaya? So he talks about Siddhaya, and so the Guru gives the Siddhaya. So there you go. Get to it. He who hesitates is lost. Money. Nice verse, Lord Chaitanya. I'll read it to you. It's basically the same verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's okay. This is Sanatan Shiksha, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhya chapter 22, verse 157, 159. Mane Nija Siddhaya Karya Bhavan Rachi Dine Kari Raji Krishna Seva. In your mind, in your own Nija Siddhaya, in your own Siddhaya, in your mind, you should do Rachi Dine, day and night, you should do service to Krishna and Vrindavan. Nija Vista Krishna Prisha Pache Talagiya Nirantara Sevakari Antaramana. Vishwasis are very dear to Krishna. You want to engage in Krishna's service, you must follow Vishwasi. and constantly engage in service in your mind. So, Rupa Goswami teaches the same thing in 1-2-296. Seva Sagruvena Survena Chatri. Cha Itra. Cha Itra. Cha Itra means here and now, simultaneously. Serve Krishna your Sakadaya and serve Krishna your Siddhaya. So Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Sirupena Chatri. Cha Itra he. The word chatra means chaitra, means here and now, which means simultaneously. Because sometimes I've heard people say in different missions and institutions, but first you do Raganuga Bhakti and Sakaru, and then when you come to Ruchi or come to a Sakti or Bhav, then you can practice Raganuga Bhakti and Siddharup. This is not the teaching of Rupa Goswami. It's simultaneously in your Sakaru and your Siddharup. Siddharup, your Siddhaya means your Siddharup, you practice Raganuga Bhakti, meditating on your Siddhaya, meditating on Krishna's Kalila, and doing Seva there. This is the way of Raganuga Bhajan. It's sadhana bhajan. It's not Bhava Bhakti, not Prema Bhakti. What's the temperature? 44 or something? It's like sitting on a tawa here. Ren is like a tawa. What's the temperature? Just type, go to Google search, type in Radha Kunda temperature, that's all.
Here 31.
How much?
On the veranda 31.
51?
No, 31. 31.
No, it is 40. It is 40. 42 one.
42.
42.
In the sun.
It says currently 40 degrees Celsius, but feels like 45 degrees Celsius.
Is what, Sam?
It's 40, but it feels like 45.
Oh, that's extra special mercy. It's only it's 40, but it feels like 45. And her world is 31. That's pretty cool.
On the veranda 31.
Where?
Here on the veranda 31.
Here inside here, it says 31.
31?
Actually, the temperature they calculate is not outside temperature, Maharaj. Undershade temperature they calculate. So 3-4 degrees variation will be there.
Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. I'm not affected by heat or duality, heat or cold, happiness or distress, honor or dishonor, name or fame, name or shame, high or low, fat or thin, rich or poor. Be equal voice, peaceful, happy, blissful. No tension. No tension, no anxiety. New baby. Hi, baby. The boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Well, Gopi.
Ask her name.
What's her name?
Ask the name. Yeah.
What's her name?
Indra
Dasi. I guess you're a strong follower of Indra Das. That's cool. Jai Radhe. May Krishna bless you and your child with long and healthy life and blissful time in Krishna Bhakti.
Ma's name Manjari Sundari.
Huh?
Manjari Sundari, Ma's name.
That's her name. Yeah, you're blessed with a beautiful child. Krishna's mercy. Jai Shri Radhe. Okay, question. Somebody else? Yeah, yes, sir.
I also have the same question related to Siddha
You
Deha.
speak a little louder because I can't hear very well. Old guy, you know.
I also have a similar question related to Siddha Deha.
Do you have Siddha Deha?
Similar
Similar
question
question.
related to
Are you
Siddha.
initiated? Okay, we're asking about graduate school. You haven't enrolled in high school yet. Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Maharaj, in Bhakti Rasana Sindhu, we don't find this direct explanation of Guru giving Siddha Deha, nor in the commentaries.
What did he say? What's the
In-
question?
in
I
Bhakti
know
Rasa-
Bhakti Rasa is in there. I read it 20 times. What is the question?
Maharaj, why there is no direct mention of Guru giving Siddha Deha in Bhakti Rasana Sindhu?
Question is, Bhakti Rasa is in there. Doesn't mention directly Guru gives Siddha Deha. But what does it say about Guru and Bhakti Rasa is in there? You're assuming you know Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, so I'm asking you a question. What does Bhakti Rasa Sindhu say about Guru? I'm not asking you. You have to get different glasses. What does he say about Guru? Let me put it another way. Where does Bhakti begin?
Surrender to Guru. Surrender to Guru.
There's 64 limbs of Bhakti. You ever heard this term? 64.
Yes.
Trust, 64, how do you say 64?
Chosat.
Chosat Bhakti Yanga. Chosat Bhakti Yanga. The first one, what's the first one? Guru Pada Shraya. Take shelter of Guru. What's the second one? Diksha Adi Shikshana. Second one, take Diksha. Then after you take a Diksha, after you submit to Guru, take Diksha, then you get Shiksha. Then you do Vishwambhaya Guru Seva. You serve the Guru with Vishwamba. This is the first 4 limbs of Bhakti, all about Guru. So Guru gives you Diksha, gives you Shiksha. In the term Diksha, Shiksha includes giving Siddha Deha. Shiksha means instructions how to do bhajan. So how do you do Raghunath bhajan? Rupa Goswami says, Seva Sagrava Sirve Chandri. So you read Rupa Goswami later in the book, on 1-2-296, he says, Raghunath, you should do Raghunath Sadhana Bhakti. You say that. So you say, how do I give it? You say, ask Guru how to give it Siddha. Guru says, I'll give it to you. So Guru gives you Shiksha and Siddha and how to do bhajan. So how do you, just because, there's something called Parokshabad. You have to, when you read a shastra, you have to do there's the shlokas, and there's the intention of the author also. You have to, what does it mean? What does it mean, Guru gives Shiksha? And then what's the elaboration of that? The commentaries of Bhakti Rasa Sindhu are all the works of Jiva Goswami. What Chaitanya Charitamrita, Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami wrote Bhakti Sandarbha. He talks all about Guru's role in giving Siddha Deha. Verse 312, he says, I'll meditate on the Siddha Deha given to my Guru. Verse 312, Bhakti Sandarbha. So you accept Rupa Goswami, you don't accept Jiva Goswami? Jiva Goswami is a cousin of Rupa Goswami, disciple of Rupa Goswami. So he wrote the Sandarbhas to explain all it, because these are Bhakti Rasa Sindhu is the summary points, it's not the whole thing. First they're trying to talk about Siddha Deha. Who gets the Siddha Deha? Your grandmother gives it to you? Who gives it to you? Who gives you Siddha? Everything in Bhakti comes from Guru. All Shiksha comes from Guru, all Diksha, all mantras, all Diksha, all Tava, Siddhanta, Kripa, everything comes from Guru. Guru Kripa Kevala. Narada Muni in 7th Canto Bhagavatam, chapter 15, verse 29. Narada Muni says, Etat Sarvam Guru Bhakti, really Yanjasa, he said, all these things I tell you automatically come in the heart by Guru Bhakti. And before that, in the 7th canto, chapter 15, all things he taught, how to conquer ego, how to cross over Tamagun, Rajagun, Savagun, how to conquer how to transcend all karma, how to realize God. He says all these different things, how to conquer lust, anger, greed, envy, all these anarthas. He said all this chapter 15 sounds together. Then in the end he says, you can do it all. All this stuff can be done easily, Yanjasa. Yanjasa means easily by Guru Bhakti. So what's the power of Guru? Guru's power is unlimited. Sarvadeva Maya Guru. Krishna tells Uddhava Gita, 11th canto, Acharya Mam Vijanayan, Sarvadeva Maya Guru. Sarvadeva Maya Guru. The Guru has all the power of devatas. The Guru is more powerful than Indra, Shiva, Brahma. Watch out. Thunderbolts, cobras, magic spells. So what do you want to say now?
Also, Maharaj,
Another question? Okay, let's get a new file here. Okay, go ahead.
I read Mahanidhi Swami Maharaj translation of Bhakti Sandarbha, verse number 312. Verse number 312,
Yeah.
translated by Mahanidhi Swami Maharaj. But in that translation, I could not clearly understand that Guru giving Siddhanta.
Okay. Hey, hello. Go get my Bhakti Sandarbha. It's in my right locker. Bhakti Sandarbha Part 2. It says on the outside Part 2. It says Sri Guru Charan. It says Sri Guru Charan Upadishta. It's in Sanskrit. It says the instruction given to me by Losi, my Guru. I suggest you read Bhakti Sandarbha by Satyanarayana Das Babaji Maharaj. Balaraj's translations are okay, but they can't match the translation of Satyanarayana Das. Satyanarayana Das studied for 25 years Sanskrit. With his guru has 9 degrees. 5 hours a day, 25 years he studied at the feet of his guru. One guru, one teacher. No fan in Vrindavan. The guru doesn't like fan. 25 years, 5 hours a day. Study all Tava, Siddhanta, Sanskrit. He has a degree in Nyaya and Kavya and Vyakaran and Itihas. And so his books are quality books. You get the real understanding. Sandarbhas are 2 important books. As Madan Swami translates very fast, he translates books for me also. He's my friend. He translates very fast and, it's different quality translation. Anyway, so what's the question? It's explained very clearly in verse 312. You have to get a proper translation, that's all. So what's the question I ask?
I did not see that in that translation, so I wanted to check whether it is a mistake of translation.
It's a mistranslation. This is Vaidhi Sandarbha 312.3, because there's different subsections. He says, Sakshat Brajajana Visheshamayam Shiguru Charana Manabhishta Vishesha Upadishtam Bhavayami Siddhartam. That's a specific thing. That means I meditate, Sakshat Brajajana, I meditate myself on a direct resident of Vrindavan, Visheshvayam, the specialized form of a resident of Vrindavan, Shri Guru Charan, that have been revealed to me by the mercy of my Guru's feet, Mama Vishta Vishesh. It's very special to fulfill my desire. Upadishtam, he's giving me instruction, Bhava Yami, Siddhartam, to fulfill my desire for attaining perfection. Here's a translation of the entire Sanskrit verse. This is while meditating on Gopal mantra. This is 312.3. Vaidhi Sandarbha. While meditating on 18th syllable Gopal mantra, I meditate on Krishna surrounded by his Brajajanas. Everyone's captivated by the sound of his flute. And it says, I meditate on the mantra that has been taught to you by my Guru, that I envision as a particular resident of Vrindavan, to the state of perfection and bhav for which I aspire, that I am directly serving Brajendrananda Krishna Vrindavan. So worshiping the Gopal mantra is another translation. And while worshiping Gopal mantra, I meditate to develop myself as a specific person, Braj, that my Shri Guru's lotus feet have instructed me in, the specific city that I covet. So the key word in the Sanskrit shloka is Shri Guru Charana, Upadishtam. My lotus feet, my Guru have instructed me in. So that's a poetic way of saying my Guru has taught me or revealed to me. This is what my Guru taught me. I asked him the same question. You understand that? It says Shri Guru Charan there, Amaravishta Vishesh Upadishtam. Upadishtam means instruction. What other question? Someone else? You can ask more, but let somebody else ask a question. Get back to you. Yeah.
Maharaj, when we were reading the book, so towards the end when you were telling the names of Radharani, when Sakhis and Manjaris are angry, so I'm unable to perceive that. How are they angry towards Radharani? So when does that happen? What are the leelas associated to that?
The question is that we were reading in the discussion about Bhakti Ras, teaching Bhakti Ras and Manjari Bhava Sadhana. And Vrindavan Mamrita and other books has names that the Sakhis, when they're angry with Radharani, they call her Kobita and Chandi and these things. And the question is, how can the Sakhis get angry with Radharani? Anger is just another expression of love. Yeah, you're married to your husband, you ever get angry? You yell at him and get angry. It's a type of love. It's called Krota Bhav. The word Bhav is there. Krota means angry. It's not malicious. You're not going to kill him. You're not going to. It's just an emotion. It's a Bhav. So they see that Krishna is innocent, but sometimes Radharani is in a Haitaki man. She shows a contrary mood to Krishna. She doesn't want to meet Krishna, doesn't want to talk to him. They go, we don't think she's being fair to Radharani, so they chew her out. Hey, come on, don't be so mean, don't be so nasty. Hey, what, you're Chandi or what? You call me by Rob, or what are you doing? Krishna's a nice guy. He's not that bad, Don't be so hard on him. You get out. You go talk to him. I don't want to hear your talk. It's just girls talk. They talk a lot. They always talk. So sometimes they get angry with each other and yell at each other. That's it. It's like rumbling of clouds without lightning. Sometimes come no lightning. Lightning is dangerous. Lightning can burn down your house or kill you or hit you in the head. But the clouds are making rumbling, thundering, no problem. So Gaudi's call Rarai Chandi Kobita and this and that. It doesn't mean anything. Just like these two girls are friends for 40 years. So they must get angry at each other sometimes and yell at each other. But then next day they make up and they're okay, That's part of life, He's got a brother get angry with each other. Don't get so serious. Because you have to understand it's the kingdom of love. Everything is love-based. Everything is operating out of love. It's like, a robber, a dacoit can come in your house to rob you and slap you in the face. Your mother can maybe slap you also. The slap the same? The dacoit slap may kill you. The big guy, he might slap you, hit you, knock you out and kill you. Mother just go boom, boom. It's called a love tap. Love tap. She doesn't put brass knuckles on, like some street gang guy. They have a thing called brass knuckles. You don't know anything. But in the city, it's shaped it has like rings. It's real thick, and you put them on here, and it goes out pretty far, like rings, brass rings, real thick. You hit somebody's head, crack their head in half. It's called brass knuckles. It's a weapon, street fighting. They probably haven't gotten street fights. You don't know. You're not from New York City either. I'm not either, but I know people from there. That's the danger place. Okay, question. Yeah.
Just on the same topic, Maharaj. The Siddhanta. Is there any reference that Siddhanta is the one which is like the Siddha Pranali? But because many times it can be like Parishit Maharaj gave to Uttara. You meditate on the service of dancers in Ved Bhagavatam. And
what's your question? Don't give me show me all the books. I read all the books. Just what's your question?
Yes, Maharaj. I wanted to ask, is that Siddha means it has to be coming through a Siddha Pranali? The Guru has to come, or else Siddha means it can be internally compacted a body.
I already answered that question. You're going around in circles. You asked how to get to Siddha, I already told you. By Harinam, by dream, by Guru, by the time of death from Krishna. What are you trying to say now?
That I understand, Maharaj, that you said. I just asking, when one starts Raganava, is that initially he can meditate on just a concocted internal meditation that I want to serve in this way?
Oh, you're talking about starting Raganuga Bhakti.
Yes.
How to start. Raganuga Bhakti means that you want to serve Radha Krishna and Vrindavan in a particular way, like a particular resident of Vrindavan. That's the basic starting point. So you read books about Krishna's Lila, Braj Lila, Nitya Lila, Govinda Lila Amrita, Krishna Amrita, Bhavana Sarasangra, Krishna Komodi, and it describes Krishna's eternal pastimes, and you read about how Rupa Manjari serves, or Tulsi Manjari, and you like that, you're attracted to it, you have a ruchi for that, some taste, some just attraction. Then you follow you read those pastimes, and you follow a particular resident. It's called Anuga. Anuga means to follow. You're following the Ragamika Jananas of Braj. So first thing you read about Leela, and you read about people in the Leela, you read about Leelas of Krishna, and there's a particular mood of love that you're attracted to, and then there's particular Brajvasis that represent that mood of love. So you follow one person that has that love for Radha Krishna and try to emulate them, become one with them. That's what Raganuga Bhakti means. So you may do that for some time before you get your own Siddhanta. You have a role model. It's called a role model. So you model your thinking, your aspiration, your desire, your meditating and seva, your role model after one of the eternal residents of Vrindavan. Like Rupa, Lalita Vishaka, Rupa Rati, Radharani, Krishna, like that. You understand? That's the beginning point. Siddhanta comes later. It starts off, it says, Kincha Anubhuti. Jiva Goswami's commentary on Bhakti Sindhu on the Raganuga Bhakti section, verse 270 to 309, part 2 of Bhakti Sindhu, discusses Raga Bhakti. He says, Kincha Anubhuti. If you have a slight attraction for this subject matter, for a resident of Vrindavan, then you can begin Raganuga Bhakti. Slight attraction. Doesn't mean you're not at the stage of Nishta, you're not at the stage of Ruchi, you're not at the stage of Asakti. You have slight. It says Kincha. Kincha means little. Kincha Anubhuti. Slight attraction. You like it, you read about it, you like it, you want to be part of it, you want to be there, you want to have those feelings, you want to do those sevas, you want to be part of those feelings. That's the starting point. Then you associate with people like that are into that, interested in that, and then you go forward. Sajatya Snigdha Sajatya Snigdha Asha Satovare. It says, how do you choose association? You associate with someone who has the same asha, the same aspiration as you, and the same bhava. I'm interested in Madhurya Bhav, I want to be a Manjari, so I should associate with people who are Manjari Bhav. And hear their Hari Katha and read their books. Read Vilakus Manjari, read Stavavali, read Stavamala by Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. These are books to cultivate Raganuga Bhakti and Manjari Bhav, Madhurya Bhav, Madhurya Rati. Braje Tishtan Anuragi Anugami. Says Nectar instruction number 8. Braje Tishtan Anuragi Anugami. Live in Brajmandal in the association of Anuragi Vaisnava. That's what we tell devotees to do. Live in Radha Kunda and live in Vrindavan in association with Raganuga Bhakta. Because you develop the qualities of your association. Hey, Govinda. What's the time now?
4:20 minutes.
4:20.
4:20. In one of your answers, you're saying both we should be practiced in Siddhadeha and also sadhana bhajan, both. So, is it the reason that in Radha Rasudhanidhi, Anandas Babaji's commentaries, you will see both mentioning that Raghunath Das Goswami is serving in Siddhadeha, that means he's transcendently serving Radharani and Krishna in his
What's the question?
in his Manjari form, and also is again Sadhaka Deha also is crying, when will I get this service? So both should be done at the same time, like in that commentaries.
Well, question is, do we serve? That's a different thing. You're mixing up. You're confusing different things here. Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is practiced in Sadhguru and Siddharup. Sadhguru is this form here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hearing and chanting and studying and serving Thakurji and all that. That's in Sadhguru. Siddharup means you're mentally conceived Siddhadeha, which has been given to you by Guru. In that form you meditate on. You enter the Lila, you meditate, you see the enter the Lila, and try to do seva there. Specific seva according to what's described in the books. and then you come out of that, you come back to Siddhanta, and you wash your clothes. You wash your clothes, you brush your teeth, you take a bath. That's all part of sadhana, bhakti, and sadhguru. Gaudiya Swami, he wasn't all the time walking around in Manjri Sru. He was writing books, he was saying Bhakti-mona, he was saying Darshan Raghavindaji, he was giving classes to Jiva Goswami, he was teaching, he was doing many things. So that's sadhguru. So that's one thing, that's Raghunath Bhakti. Now you talk about Radha Kunda, Radha Kunda, they're going in and out of Antardasha and Bahirdasha. They go Antardasha, internal consciousness, and Bahirdasha. When they're external consciousness, they identify as their sadhguru and they cry in lamentation. That they're doing prem bhajan. Their bhajan is the level of prem because they're writing about they're in Siddhanta, they are Rupa Manjri, they are Tulsi Manjri, and they're doing seva, direct seva. They're having swarti. Swarti means a vision. They're seeing the lila. Swarti comes to the level of bhav and prema. We're not on the level of bhav and prema. We're not having swartis. You may think you are, but you're not.
No one is just a man.
No one's having swartis. It's direct vision of the lila. They're writing about what they're experiencing. And they come out, they cry. That's called vilap. Vilap means crying and lamentation. Oh, Radha, I was paying your feet. I was holding your feet, I felt your feet, I saw your feet, I saw your feet, I touched your feet. And then I know where are they? I say, oh, where are you? And then they get another. Next thing, oh, now I'm brushing your hair. Right, you get the visions come from above down. It's called avaropant, descent. The visions come from up down. It's not by ascending. You sit down and meditate. If you're lucky, Yoga Maya is versatile theory in the level above frame, you get a swarti. If you're not, you don't get a swarti. Just like sometimes we're meditating, or we're just beginning sadhakas, Raghunath Bhakti, we're not in Baba praying, we're not having swarti. But sometimes you have a good day of meditation. We're like locked in for a half an hour, and we really feel, I'm feeling something, I'm seeing something. It's some sensation, some experience, and it seems on some level it's real. It's real, of course, but it's not like the extent as described in Radha Kunda, Radha Kunda. That's the experience of a sadhana, of nitya siddhas. First becomes sadhana siddha. Then talk about siddha anubhavas, experiences of siddhas. Whenever you're doing your sadhana, that becomes your siddhi. So we meditate as sadhana, we meditate, dutifully meditate and try our best, and someday we'll be perfect, and we'll see all that reality we're meditating on. Question. Question?
My
One.
question might sound very trivial. Like I thought about, like I read some description.
You were here in class in Kartik, weren't you?
In Kartik.
Some other time, I recognize you. She was here before, no? No? First time?
First time.
She was Okay, go ahead.
I read the descriptions of the complexion color of the gopis, and it says that they have like different complexions, different color of dresses, but the hair, like as it's the reflection of this material world is the reflection of the spiritual, and there should be like same diversity. Of course, here is the same diversity, but mostly I saw that the description of gopis are with dark hair.
That's a question.
Yeah, is there like fair hair in the spiritual world among the gopis? I was like wondering.
Did any gopis have blonde hair, is that what you're saying?
Fair hair, yeah.
I haven't read.
I haven't seen that yet, that's why I'm asking.
I don't know. Well, interesting point. I just read the other day in the Bhagavatam 10th canto, I was reading about the birth of Krishna. No, I was reading chapter 9 of 10th canto about Yashoda churning butter for Krishna, chapter 9, 10th canto. It said flowers were falling for her black hair. The mother Yashoda gave birth to Krishna when she was 85 years old. And Maharaj was 95. They were really old. Everybody in Vrindavan was really worried because there was no Yuvaraj. Maharaj was a king. He had no son. And so everyone was really worried. That's why usually in other Puranas they say Radharani's like 15, 20 years older than Krishna. Like Gita Govinda, Jaya Jaya Goswami describes Krishna as a baby, Radharani's 20 years old. That's how Gita Govinda starts. Krishna, Nanda Maharaj was baby Krishna, and a rainstorm comes, and Radharani's a full-grown lady, like 20-year-old lady, and Nanda Maharaj sees her and says, "Oh, take my baby home." So Radharani takes Krishna. Then he grows up, Yogamaya, he becomes a boy, and they get married at Bandiravan. Brahma comes and marries him. Then they dance and have rasa and all kinds of crazy things. Then he becomes a baby again. It's all Gita Govinda. It's really wild. So that's the conception of all ancient Puranas. So there, Yashoda's an old lady, she has black hair. So everywhere I read anywhere about the color of gopis, there's always black hair. Even if they're old, they have black hair. And Radha Krishna Gaudiya, because sometimes he describes some gopis have white hair. They're nitya, that doesn't become white, they're always white. Sometimes Purnamasi Yogamaya describes white hair, silver or white or whatever, but mostly black. I haven't read anything about any other color hair. Nice question. They have different color outfits, blue and red and yellow and like that, dresses. That's an important question. It's not fair. Okay, yeah.
Maharaj, some like we see in different different acharyas or like Siddha Mahatmas, some really emphasize prachar and that being the thrust of like Gaudiya, sadhaka, like what you should follow, and then the others like follow like just the path of bhajan and they don't even initiate anybody, and then on the other hand there are some sadhus who want to initiate everybody to give everybody a chance to develop a bhakti. So like why does that different conception between different sadhus who seem like siddhas almost like come about, like why is one emphasizing so much prachar and one emphasizing so much bhajan and not even giving initiation to anybody?
Yeah. Well, there's two types of devotees in Gaudiya Sampradaya. There's Vichar Pradhan and there's Ruchi Pradhan. Jiva Goswami describes in Sandharas two types of Vaishnavas. One is Vichar Pradhan and one is Ruchi Pradhan. Vichar Pradhan, Pradhan means, the word Pradhan means predominated by, controlled by, this is the main idea. So some are very interested in Tattva Siddhanta. They have hundreds of verses, they have whole verse books and everything like that, 1,000 verses. And they're very Tattva-gyanis, Bhakti Tattva-gyanis. And some are Ruchi Pradhan. They're just into the taste of bhakti. They're into the sadhya, the literature, the poetry, the ras, the leelas. So they're different natures, they're different svabhavas. So everything is possible because bhakti, there's 9 limbs of bhakti. So different gurus or acharyas may emphasize different limbs. One thing I can say, that Gaudiya Sampradaya initially as envisioned and as set up by Lord Chaitanya is a Raganuga Bhakti Sampradaya. That we should understand. There's at least 5 or 6 verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita where Lord Chaitanya directly says, Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. He says, Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. I have come to preach Raganuga Bhakti. He says, this is called the internal purpose. The external purpose of Lord Chaitanya's coming is to spread Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan, Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma is Nam Sankirtan for Kali Yuga. That's the external purpose, but the Antaranga Karan, the internal purpose, is Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. He said my internal purpose is to preach Rag Bhakti. So when Gaudiya Vaisnava Sampradaya started in 15th century, 16th, 17th, 18th, up to 19th century, it was only Raganuga Sampradaya. All the acharyas preached Rag Bhakti, and they wrote about Rag Bhakti, and they taught their followers to practice Rag Bhakti. The whole idea of proselytizing, of preaching and traveling and preaching and all this kind of stuff started in 1925, 1926 with some missions. Mission itself is a Christian word. There's no such word in Bengali or Hindi or Sanskrit. Chaitanya mission, this mission, that mission. So proselytizing, converting people to Christians and all this crusades and all these kind of things. It's not a Hindu dharma. It's not a Hindu concept. So Gaudiya Vaisnava Sampradaya is historically, and the intention of Lord Chaitanya is a Raganuga Sampradaya. Now we see how these worldwide missions, preaching and converting and everything. That's a new thing. So different acharyas, they pick up different aspects and run with it. Because they have prabhav, they have individual prabhav influence. And they're emphasizing different limbs of bhakti. Raganuga Sampradaya emphasized one limb of bhakti, smaran. Smaranga bhajan means meditating and remembering Krishna. So you read the Bhagavad Gita, how many times do you find the word dhyanam, and smaran compared to kirtan? Kirtan, the word is one time, one verse. Satatama Kirtiyantamam, night Chandra Gita, one verse about Kirtan. Whole verse talks about meditation, remembrance. Tasmat Sarveshu, Mama Nushmar Yudicha, everywhere, Swaran. So even Gita talks about Swaran meditation. So this is one level of bhakti. So now the emphasizing hearing, Shravana, and Kirtan, many acharyas do that. So that's their idea of Gaudiya Vaishnava. That's not the traditional idea. So what do you want to say? Anything you can do, either anyone you want to run with. You want to emphasize Shravana and Kirtan and be a guru of that aspect. Invite sadhana bhakti, you can do it. You see movements like that. But traditionally, Gaudiya Sampradaya is a Raganuga Sampradaya emphasizing Swaran. The Prem Bhakti Chandrika is a famous book by Narottam Das Thakur. The Prem Bhakti Chandrika is a summary, it's the essence of all this Goswami's teachings. He says, Swara Manara Dharma. Swaran is the Dharma of the mind. Mental Dharma, Mano Dharma is Swaran. Meditating on Radha Krishna is the Dharma for the mind. So Raganuga Bhakti is Gaudiya Vaisnava Sampradaya. It's meant to be a Raganuga Sampradaya. So many Babajis and many devotees emphasize that, but the new ideas, the neo Gaudiya Vaishnavas emphasize Harinam, Kirtan Melas, Harinam, Vaidhi Sadhana, book distribution, give 1,000 beads every program, 1,000 Java beads. That's all very good. But it's not traditional Gaudiya Sampradaya, Gaudiya teaching. It's not the intention of Mahaprabhu. That's the external reason. But the internal reason was picked up by all his followers, and that's what they wrote about. That's what they taught about. All the Goswamis wrote about Raganuga Bhakti. They write a little bit about Kirtan, Sankirtan. Every book is about Rag Bhakti. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti-rasa Sindhu, all the books of Goswamis, Savamala Savali, Rupa Raghunatha Padi Havyakati. Krishnadas Kaviraj, he says, there's two Goswamis I want to follow. I'm eager to follow two Goswamis, Rupa and Raghunath. Why he said Rupa and Raghunath? Because Rupa and Raghunath emphasized Rag Bhakti. Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami emphasized Rag Bhakti. He didn't say Sanatana. He didn't say Jiva. He said Rupa and Raghunath. Because these are the followers of Ras and Rag. Rasa Tattva is Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Bhakti is Raghunath Das Goswami. So traditional sampradayas, traditional Gaudiya Vaisnavas, they emphasize Rag Bhakti and teach you the Rupa Raghunath. I look at Bhakti Sandara, look at Brihad Bhagavatamrita. The whole story is about a Gopal, Sakyabhav. What's that all about? That's interesting. But the main thing about what shows there, it shows that there's no difference between Praka Vrindavan and Apraka Vrindavan. That's the main teaching of Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And the second teaching of Brihad Bhagavatamrita is the power of Diksha Mantra. Oh, you got the Gopal Mantra. It shows the power of Guru Shakti, Gopal Mantra, and Vrindavan here, and Prakat Lila and Aprakat is the same. Vrindavan, 500 years ago, Gopal Kumar was living in Vrindavan. 500 years ago, like a few minutes ago, and he went to Goloka, he said, hey, it's the same here, this is where I came from. He said, I see Krishna there, but I don't see Krishna here. That's the only difference. So that's the little odd point out that Sanatana Goswami, he writes about Sakyarati as a perfectional model. But everyone else writes about Jiva Goswami and Rupa and says Rupa Raghunath. They write about Manjaris and Sakis and Gopis and Siddhanta and all these things. Now it's 10 minutes to 5. What time is it?
20 minutes to 5.
20 minutes to 5. Good question. Thank you. Where are you initiated? Are you initiated traditional sampradaya?
Not initiated yet.
Okay, good luck. May you find your Sadguru. Hey, next questions? Oh, wait a second. Yes.
Please give some kind of instructions and sort of explanation about the point of Gayatri Mantra and what is the most important thing about Gayatri Mantra?
What Gayatri?
Pardon?
What Gayatri? Radha Gayatri, Kam Gayatri? There's many Gayatri mantras.
The one which we get while getting Diksha. Diksha Mantra.
In Gaudiya Sampradaya, Diksha is defined as receiving Gopal Mantra. That's the main Diksha mantra. Harinam is not Diksha, Harinam is just Harinam. The Diksha means receiving Gopal Mantra, 18 syllable Gopal Mantra, and generally Kam Gayatri is also good, but not always. So Kam Gayatri is described in Madhya Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's a description of Kam Gayatri, you can read there. Very nice poetry describing Kam Gayatri. Kam Gayatri is a mantra of prema because it has a bija mantra. Bija mantra is the seed mantra of Kam Gayatri. It's a prema bija, it's klim. Klim is a mantra that gives prema, gives love for Radha Krishna. And the whole mantra of Kam Gayatri is the sound of Krishna's flute. When you hear the sound of Krishna's flute in Kam Gayatri, you'll see a very intimate, amorous pastime of Radha and Krishna.
This sort of should be like meditation, this Kli mantra.
There's something described in Sandaras by Jiva Goswami called Mantra Art Chintana. Mantra Art Chintana. Art means mean art, the word art, A-R-T-H-A, means the meaning, the benefit, the value, the objective. The meaning of the mantra. Mantra, art, chintan. Chintan means to think, to meditate. Chintan. Mantra. So you have a mantra. You have Gopal mantra, you have Kam Gayatri, you have Maha mantra. Meaning of the Maha mantra, meaning of Gopal mantra, meaning of Kam Gayatri. So when you're chanting, you're supposed to meditate on the meaning. So when the Guru gives you Diksha, he gives you the meaning of the mantra. So that meaning you meditate on. You have Diksha?
Yes.
So your Guru must have told you a meaning.
Yeah, I thought maybe I could expand my view, like, but you gave me the explanation. Thank you. The sound of the flute, you said this last mantra is the meditation on the sound of the flute?
Huh?
You mentioned the sound of the...
Yeah, Klim is the sound of Krishna's flute. Kala, 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 Lakara. Vishnu Chakravarti gives a commentary on Klim in 10th canto Bhagavata. Klim is the sound of Krishna's flute. Because Gopal, Lord Brahma was initiated in Gopal mantra. And Gopal mantra has the same bija mantra, Klim. Kam Gayatri has Klim, and Gopal mantra has Klim. So he heard the Klim, and he heard the sound of Krishna's flute, and then he saw he had darshan Vrindavan. So the Kam Gayatri is, Kam means love. It means the Gopi's love for Krishna is called Kam, because it's so intense. So, when you chant the Kam Gayatri, you'll see there's a nice pastime of Radha Krishna and loving pastime of Radha Krishna. They'll manifest in that mantra. You'll see that. Your Guru will tell you to meditate on that. So you keep chanting and pray to your Guru and see what you think, what you find out. Everything comes by Guru Kripa. So Guru is for your fortune, so now you have to invest your fortune and get profit. If someone gives you money, your father gives you $1 million, then he comes back 5 years later. What's yours? $1 million I gave. It's still in the bank. It's still in the bank, yeah. You should have $10 million now. Why did you invest it? Oh, I'm afraid. I just put it in the bank. I just locked it in the bank. No, you're smart. You invest it. You go back. Oh, I got $10 million now. So the Guru gives you Diksha, gives you mantra, he gives you a fortune. He gives you $1 million after 5 years for $10 million. You should expand. Diksha is the beginning. It's initiation. Initiation is the beginning. He gives you fortune, but your fortune should expand as you do bhajan. The more you chant, the more you meditate, the more your fortune increases. The more your qualities develop, you become a different person, you become more loving person. Because you're meditating on love, you're chanting a love mantra, you're worshiping personification of love. And where's you? What's happening to you? You should become what you meditate on. What you eat. They say you are what you eat. We don't say it. We say you are what you think. When you meditate, that's what you become. You meditate on love. You serve love. You dream about love. You serve love. You meditate on love. You become love. Why not? What's holding you back? Lust, anger, greed. So horror movie, some spider coming up, grabbing you. Octopus coming. Jaya Radhe. Indra Devi. Indra Dasi. That's cool. He was one of my best friends, actually. When I lived in ISKCON, we were very good friends. Great saintly person. Indra's the name of a star, you know. There's a stone called, there's 27 nakshatras, constellations in Hindu Dharma. Ashwini, Rohini, Bharani. So one's called Indra. It's a star, it's a constellation of stars. Indra. Indra, Slesh, Ashwini, Ardra, Bharani, Chitra, Dhanishta, Hasta, Jeshta, Kritika. What else we got there? Huh? No, let's go. I go alphabetically. I'm on K. Kritika, M, Mrigashirsha, Maga, Mula, Mrigashirsha, and OP. Pushyami. Pushyami is the best nakshatra. Pushyami, Purnavasu, Purnavajra, Purnafalguni, Purnasada. Huh? Purnavasu. I said it right. Purnavasu. Revati, Rohini, Shadavisha, Shravan, Vishaka, Uttarabhadra, Uttarafalguni, Uttarasada. That's about 20 or so. These are all wives of Chandra. 27 wives. Wives of the moon. Stars. So some are cruel ladies. Some are sweet, some are nice. Anuradha, one star is called Anuradha. Anuradha. Excellent nakshatra. Okay. That question. Lola Panditji.
Radhe Radhe, my obeisances at your speech. How do we know in our daily life that we are able to please our spiritual master? What are the symptoms?
How do we know in our daily life we're pleasing our spiritual master? What are the symptoms? Symptoms are you're happy. You're pleasing your spiritual master means you're doing bhakti bhajan. You're doing bhakti bhajan, you're trying to serve Krishna. You're trying your best to serve Krishna and please Krishna. Then Guru is happy. The Guru is happy, then the disciple is happy. Simple. What are symptoms? Peaceful mind, happy heart. That's a big thing. If you're disturbed in your mind and disturbed in your heart, it means something's wrong. Something's wrong with your husband or wife. Or something's wrong with your bank account. Through your bills, not enough income. Or something's wrong with your guru, or something's wrong with your Vaishnava account, with you and the Vaishnava Samaj, maybe Vaishnava Maharaj. If you're near Aparati, you're free from Aparat, and you're trying to please Krishna or Guru, you should be peaceful mind, happy in heart. What's the big secret there? It's not some mystery. Kevalananda Kanda. This Kanda, this process is only joyful. Parama Karuna Pavanduri Tagore Chandra. Kevalananda. Kanda means process. Way of process. Only joy, only bliss. Krishna takes care of devotees. Krishna maintains every devotee. You live or die, it's all Krishna's mercy. How we say live or die, it's all for Rai. Rai is Radharani. No tension.
Uh,
What's the other question?
what is the significance of 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
What's the significance of 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita? 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita describes where you're at. It's autobiography of the reader. 17 chapters. Where's Haridas? Find Haridas. First find Haridas. Anyway, don't open the door.
It's not over here.
Huh?
It's not this gate. Haridas is outside only, I think. It's
Haridas in the gate.
it's somebody else's gate.
Okay.
It's in construction or something.
That's some question or was it?
What is significance of 17th chapter?
Yeah, the 17th chapter of Gita is autobiography. It talks about the three modes of nature. So read it and see where you are. It says, charity the mode of goodness. So see your charity is the mode of goodness. It's a test. It's a mode of nature test. You take the test and see where you're at. It talks about charity, it talks about sacrifice, it talks about speech, it talks about thought, thinking in the mode of passion, thinking about goodness. You can see what mode of nature you're in. Like you do Ayurvedic Prakriti. They do Ayurvedic Prakriti test. Are you Kama Pitta? Are you Kama Maya? Are you Vata Pitta? Ayurvedic Prakriti test. Do you get early gray hair? Do you have wrinkled skin? Do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin? Do you like hot food? Do you like cold food? Do you like fat all the time or no fat? So you say yes, no, yes, no. They add all and say, you're about to cough. You're So the same thing with the modes of nature. Are you 70% Tamagun, 20% Rajagun? Chapter 17, you do that, you read the chapter, you can find out where you're at. That's the significance. What does it talk about in the 17th chapter, do you know?
What's it?
What does it say? Sacrifice, charity, and moral goodness, sacrifice, speech, talk, walk, everything. So all actions and the modes of nature. So read the chapter and have an autobiography tour. That's why I said chapter 17 was significant. I said it's your autobiography. It's the story of your life, man. Check it out, find out what kind of Tamaguni you are. Charity. I never give charity, but if I did give charity, I would give charity to motivation. I want to make sure I get recognition. Make sure I put my plaque up on the wall. I give you 10 lakhs to build the temple. Make sure I put my name by the door. That's charity amount of Raja Good. It's all there. Gita is called Upanishad, Gita Upanishad. It's the essence of wisdom. Jaya Jaya Sri. Question? Sannyasi Baba. Sarah. Gandharvi.
Small question.
Okay, here we go.
That his disciple left body before Guru. Who introduced Radha Krishna? Our Guru Parampara or like they waiting our
What's the question? You die before the Guru. What?
If disciple die before Guru, who will introduce him or her Krishna?
Who what?
Who will introduce him to Krishna? Guru Parampara or Guru?
Or via Vaisnava.
Or the soul should wait?
The disciple dies before the Guru. Then what's the question? Who will introduce the disciple? Guru. Guru is called Sadguru, is eternal Guru. When you go to the spiritual Guru, will be waiting for you. Say, where you been? You're late. It's like you're late for Sunday Satsang all the time. You come late to class, so you'll be late up there in the spiritual world. Hey, Marley, you're late. Here, go change your clothes. Go get your ditches, get your sari on. Go to training school, room 101. Learn how to make flower beds. Class begins at 9:35. Don't be late. You can't take online because you have to be in the class. That's an interesting question. You're going somewhere? Take off, if I have plans to take off? Question.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In your previous class, you said that at the time of Diksha, the Sthai Bhav of Guru will be transferred to the disciple. So, my question is like this. We see that Prabhupada had many disciples, but their mood was different, you can see. So, how to understand this?
That's not our gate?
No.
It's not over, just
Haridas there.
Haridas is there? Excuse me. What's the scene? And then right opposite there's a metal gate, Nitai down. What's the scene?
Opposite.
Opposite,
Opposite
Nitai down.
They are making some repair.
Yeah, it's been broken since they opened the temple. For 2 years it's broken. What's the question? Where are we? What's the question? Yeah.
Maharaj, in your previous class, you said that at the time of...
Yeah, okay, so that's the fact. So what do you want to know?
So we see that Prabhupada had many disciples, but they had different...
Okay, I got it. Question is, it's said that at the time of Diksha, in the Diksha mantras, the Guru transfers the Stairati to a disciple. But we see, the questions asked, we see Prabhupada's disciples, they took Diksha from Prabhupada directly, the early batch. They don't have any idea what their Stairati is. So what do you want to say? So what's the question?
But they display different moods.
The question is, the fact is that the jiva, the conditioned jiva, the nityabala jiva, does not have any stairati. That's the main point. We've been in the material world since time immemorial. Beginning of this time, Anadi Bhayar, Krishna Bhayar. We were never in a spiritual world, never felt a spiritual. We don't have any stairati. Prema is not in the heart, we don't have any stairati. So how do you get bhakti? You get bhakti from Guru. How do you get bhav? You get bhav from Nitya Parishad. How do you get prema? You get prema from Krishna. So how do you get stairati? You get stairati from a devotee who has stairati. So the Guru has a stairati, and when he gets the Diksha mantras, in the me of the Diksha mantras, the stairati of the Guru is in the meaning of the mantra he gets to meditate on. So the intention of the Guru It's called the Sankalpa. Sankalpa means the intention. At the time of Diksha, the Guru takes the Sankalpa. Krishna, I'm transferring my austerity into the heart of the disciple at the time of Diksha. So in these mantras, in the mantra art, and in these mantras, Krishna, please transfer my austerity into their heart. That's my intention. So a Guru doesn't have that Sankalpa, doesn't make that Sankalpa, and doesn't want to give his austerity to the disciples. The disciples don't get any austerity for Guru. So I generally see most of Guru Prabhupada's disciples, they don't have any austerity. Because Prabhupada didn't give them any austerity. Because the meaning of the Diksha mantras given in ISKCON don't indicate any specific austerity. Is that clear? So the Guru doesn't want to give the austerity to the disciple, that's his choice. But in traditional lines, austerity is given. The disciple doesn't have austerity. Where is he going to get austerity? He gets austerity from the Guru. You have a question? Or?
Is Murti given only on the high level like a sadhya, or it can be given higher due to some circumstances or a special mercy?
I can't hear very well. What?
Are spurtis given only at a higher level, or in the initial stages also by some special mercy we can get some spurtis?
Krishna asked, when do we get spurti, you get special mercy? There's a famous conversation between Yugal, as a Russian devotee, Yugal Kishore, famous Russian devotee, old disciple of Madan, Yugal Kishore Das Ji, one Russian devotee, and his guru Ananda Babaji. He went to famous conversation, I think it's here on the internet. He met his guru, he said, Guru Raj, he's a Russian devotee, Yugal Kishore. He said, I meet so many of my God brothers and God sisters, they're saying they're having spurtis of Krishna, having spurtis of Krishna. So I don't know what to make of it, you know. Then you gave us Sivardali, you gave me Sivardali, but they're all saying they're having spurtis. But what's the other having? So Guru Raj, Nanda Swami, heard that, he started laughing. He started laughing. He said, it's very nice. They're eating mangoes without planting a seed. They're eating mangoes, and they haven't planted a tree. They haven't planted a seed to get a tree to get any mangoes, but they're eating mangoes already. They're eating mangoes. Where do you got the mangoes? I got from my tree. There's no tree. There's no tree, there's no seed. So they're eating mangoes without a seed. So he just laughed. He said, it's impossible. Swurti, Viswurti, and Sexual Darshan, they come at the level of prema. They're gifts from Krishna. They come at the personal level of prema. And what are the symptoms of prema? They're described in Madhurya Kadamini. Very clearly, what are the symptoms of prema? So I don't think anybody in this sadhaka group, in this modern world, I don't know anybody that's on having spurtis or viswurtis. People can be very imaginative, have dreams of Krishna and all kinds of things. But that's not a spurti. That's just a play of the subconscious. Dreams are happening on the subconscious. Viswurti is happening on the plane of the Atma, the spiritual experience. But some people have very imaginative minds, very artists, and people like that. They have a good imagination. They can see things other people can't see. It's a kind of vision. But it doesn't mean spurti be spurti. These are interactions of transcendental energy of prema and yoga maya. It's not something produced from material mind and material senses. It's like Rama Samhita says, you see Krishna, premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena. At the level of praying, you get the eyes to see Krishna. Before that, what do you see? You're seeing your mind, you're seeing impressions in your mind, you're seeing your deities, you're seeing your murtis, you're seeing a painting, and this and that. Like Prabhupada said, you're on an airplane, you're reading a magazine about gold storehouse in the treasury in America has these big blocks, like these books, solid gold, stacked up, and they have rooms full of gold, treasury, country treasury. So then you're flying over Switzerland, the Alps, Swiss Alps, big mountains. See these big mountains, really sort of gold. Then you fall asleep. You dream of a golden mountain. You see a golden mountain. Because you put things together. You saw outside the window a mountain, and you looked in the magazine a piece of gold. Then you dream of a golden mountain. So sporties are like that. Many people say, last night I had a dream of Krishna. I said, okay, what was it about? I said, it's very good, okay. What can I say? I can't argue. I said, okay, very good. Keep dreaming. Why wake up? If you're having dreams of Krishna, keep sleeping. The tendency to imitate is pretty prevalent in the Kali Yuga. We want to have perfection, but we don't want to do the sadhana to attain it. Perfection is not easy. It's a nice thing to have a dream about Krishna, that's good. Don't misunderstand me. But we can't say a dream about Krishna is the same as the Smriti of Raghunath Das Goswami. There's a special event, a special type of mercy. But because your question was, can we think that we are having special mercy of Krishna? We got Smriti. Special mercy of Krishna means that you have anartha-nivritti. You have no more anarthas. You come to Nishtha, Bhakti. You exhibit the symptoms of Nishtha and Madhurya Kadamani. That's special mercy of Krishna. Because your questions start, does it mean that maybe I get special mercy of Krishna? I know I'm not above, I'm not afraid, but when I get some special mercy of Krishna, I get a Smriti, because I'm special. My dear, nobody's special or anything. The special thing is the Maha Mantra is a special thing. So chant more Maha Mantra and go forward in Bhakti. Have dreams of Krishna, that's good. I hope you have dreams of Krishna. But don't call them Swartis or be Swartis or Suksha Darshan. That's all. Keep dreaming, and I say, if you're dreaming of Krishna, don't wake up. You attain perfection, you're seeing Krishna in your dream. Oh, just stay sleeping, man. You wake up, you got to see your husband and baby. That's a lot of work. Cooking, cleaning, waving the rear end, it's not an easy job. It's a hard job being a wife and a mother. Better to sleep and dream of Krishna. Sleep 23 hours and do your same 1 hour. Nice. 12 hours dream of Krishna, 12 hours save him. That's great. I mean, I don't sound like making a joke. I'm quite serious. You can dream of Krishna, just stay asleep. Have you ever slept that nice dream, you wake up and say, I want to go back, I want to get back to that dream. I had that happen to me many times. I had a nice dream, I wake up, it's only 3 o'clock, I don't go till 5. Okay, I want to get back to that dream. I don't get back there. Part 2. When you pause that, you watch YouTube, you can pause YouTube, you get back to it after breakfast, So let me pause my dream, get back to it in a half hour. Be good. Any other questions? Any other next questions? No more Rahul? Rahul dropped out? You're Rahul? He for sorry. See, we got room darshan, we're having Swarti. We're having Swarti. The Sakshat darshan. Wow. It's true, I didn't realize how vast I was. This gentleman's name is Rahul, Dr. Rahul. This gentleman back here with the glasses. And every week on the internet, he's asked 25 questions on the internet. I said, Rahul this, Rahul that, Rahul this. Yeah, it's Rahul. Yeah, you're Rahul? That's the Sakshat darshan. So I never saw the guy. I said, this guy's got a lot of questions. So now I was dreaming of him, But now I had Sakshat darshan. But, Your questions are good. I appreciate it. But you have a question? Well,
Like, it's possible that when Radharani enter in the mood of Shyama, her skin becomes blue.
what's the question?
It's possible that when Radharani identifies with the mood of Shyama Sundara, her skin becomes blue.
I never read that. It's just, because we finally go into the region, Krishna paints Radharani blue. He paints her. And then she sits there on a mat, does meditation or yogi, and Krishna sits there. And Radharani imitates Krishna's voice. And the gopis come in and say, which one's Krishna? They don't know which one's Radharani. And Krishna imitates Radharani's voice. And then they all go out with Krishna disguised Radharani, goes out with the Sakhis. The whole Leela unfolds. I haven't read anywhere that Radharani turns blue. Shamras is just her bhav. It's not an external thing. You tend to think of things externally, but it's bhava. Like Radharani's heart is full of Shamras, say describe. It's just poetic. It's not figurative. It's just like you read the Shastras, it says, Chakora birds only drink the moonlight. There's no such thing. This is created by the Kavi. There's no such thing as Chakora bird drinks moonlight and Chataki bird only drinks water during the Swati Nakshatra. The Chataki bird only drinks water during the Swati Nakshatra. This is a creation of the poets. Remember I said, Apara Samsara Kavi. Apara Samsara Kavi. Samsara means the world of the poet is unlimited. Apara means unlimited. Apara Kavi, Apara Samsara Kavi. The world of the poet is unlimited. The poet creates his characters, the poet creates his world. It's like the painter. The painter creates his world. So there's no such thing as a Chakora. It's to show. It's created by the poet. It's the imagery. It's called imagery created by the poet to convey the love of the gopis. Gopis don't want to take any gopis or like the Chataki bird doesn't get. There's no. The Swati Nakshatra is one day a month. So one day a month, 20 nakshatras. If it rains, the Chandi bird drinks water. If it only rains, the chance of rain maybe one day in a year. That means the Chandi bird only drink. There's such a bird that can exist without water. No such birds, no such thing as a Chandi bird. It's poetic imagery. Or chakora, like Krishna chakora. Krishna's like a chakora drinking the moonbeams are on his face. This is Gita Govinda. So the chakora, the poets create, the chakora is a bird only lives on moonbeams. So Krishna, he only lives when he sees the moon aurora on his face. This is to show love. This is love poem. It's the imagery of love. Like a chakora lives on the moon, I live on the moonbeams of your face. It's poet imagery. But we're so gross. There's such a bird. There's a Satsang bird. This little brown bird with black spots on its wings. There's no such thing as Satsang bird, no such thing as chakora bird. How does it make sense? 20 nakshatras, well, every month there's 27 nakshatras in 30 days. It's like he fans Dr. knows what he's sitting here fanning me like this guy was. And she was sitting next to him. He was sleeping, he was hitting her nose when he's fanning. he was going like, trying to fan the flies to me. He was going hitting her in the head. This guy's hitting his wife. His wife's looking at me. He said, "It's a little like a comedy show going on here, you know." Question. Don't be angry with me. There's nothing more dangerous than an angry woman.
Do you look angry?
No, you look beautiful, but it's danger.
I love Indra Prabhu, and that's why I cannot be angry at him.
Yeah, we have a lot of love for Indra. We spent a lot of time. Our room, we lived in the Gurukul from 1987, 1989. So every night I was in his room for 2 years. So we're pretty close. We went a lot of places together also. Visited Babaji's and stuff. It was a great loss for everybody. So other question? You have a question? I think we're overtime now. Hi.
5:20.
Overtime 22. Any question? That question? Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram.